All right, so one of the games that you have an option to play is this game right here. It's called Race to Zero. So here's the basic deal of the game. It says right here we're starting at a total of 1,000, and we are rolling a 3-digit number on the dice. We're going to subtract that 3-digit number, and the first person to reach 0 wins. So I'm not going to play this thing all the way through, but I am going to show you one round so you can see just kind of what it looks like. Okay, so here is our game board. You don't need to do anything fancy. Just use the lines on a piece of paper, maybe draw a line in the middle. This would be shared by 2 people. So you might put your name out right there. So I'm going to go grab some virtual dice here. Use a 6-faced die, which is what we have in the classroom. So I'm going to roll my number first. So here we go. I've got a 3, 2, 1. That's 321 if you're keeping track. So when I get here, got to get something to write on my whiteboard with. I've got a little whiteboard app that I can use. Bear with me while I change my line setting for just a little while. Don't want it quite that thick. There we go. Okay, so I had 1,000. And from it, I was subtracting 321, I believe is what I rolled. Now, we will put our answer out here in just a little bit, but you should have another piece of paper where you would be working out this problem. So I would put 1,000, 321. There we go. Kind of a gimpy looking 2 there, but it'll work. Now, I can't do 0 minus 1. Can't borrow from any of these, so I gotta have to do that little borrowing trick across everything. So there'd be 0 there. Now then this would be 10 because it takes 10 hundreds to make the 1,000 I just borrowed. Well, I gotta borrow from there, which leaves me 9 hundreds, which gives me 10 tens to make that 100 I just borrowed. Well, I got to borrow a 10 from there, which leaves me 9 tens, and there would be 10 ones. Now I can subtract this. So that's going to be 9. There's going to be 7, and there's going to be 6. So my answer right here would be 679. And so my next turn, of course my partner would be doing this also, but my next turn I would start with 679. And now then it won't let me, I'd have to erase all this to go back to my virtual dice here, but let me just see if I can. Oh, look, I can do it. So here are my virtual dice, 425. Okay, so let's go back to my race to 0. And now I'll be subtracting 425 right there. So I'm going to go ahead and set up another problem with 679 minus 425. Now, do keep in mind that my partner would be doing their work over here. They would be showing their same game board. So we would be racing here. No regrouping necessary on this one. There's going to be 4. That's going to be 5. And that's going to be 2. So I get 254. So 250. There you go. Kind of morphed out on me. 4. Okay, so 254, that's decent looking. As much as I can make it drawing on a mouse. Okay, so you get the idea. We would try to go all the way down. Now, I believe playing this game, the instructions are you need to play 3 rounds, so that you would need to do this all the way from 1,000 down to 0 3 times in order to complete this game. All right, so that would be how that you would play this game, which is called Race to Zero.